the asbestos issue is not a thing of the past. It continues to this day.
We want to end this man-made disaster.
So let's ban asbestos.
Good morning. An official good morning. If you guys want to turn around and wave at the camera, Mavis, Michael, Rod, shout out, good day. Yep, they're there. So this will be the 9th candle lighting that we've done, and we're going to go through just a few of the opening slides that we did yesterday so we can acknowledge the many people that made this conference possible. But it's through dreams and hard work that we are making change happen, and we will stay constant with education, advocacy, and community until we have truly ended the deadly legacy of asbestos. There is live streaming, so if you have your own internet, you're welcome to tweet away. We don't have conference internet for you, but I'm sure most people have a smartphone and internet access, so feel free to snap your pictures and tweet. We're just using the hashtag ADAO. And for those of you who were not there yesterday, we have a mobile app, so you can take the conference home with you on your phone and share it with your family and encourage other people to download it. It's an easy way for us to all share information. There are many people here, sadly, there are people here that are not going to be able to attend the conference and, of course, brunch. And most importantly today, Sue Venter was to deliver a keynote speech, and her mother passed away. Yesterday was her funeral. So we have taken the liberty to work with Sue, and Sue Ann Taylor has done a beautiful video message from a taped interview that we did in Washington, D.C. We're missing Arthur Frank, Herman Hamilton, Barbie McQueen, Aubrey Miller, my daughter Emily, Michael Bradley, of course, Jessica Dean, who was actually supposed to be receiving our Platinum Sponsor Award yesterday from the Simon Greenstone Panettiere and Bartlett firm. Unfortunately, that firm was unable to send an attorney because they've been busy in court protecting civil rights. So why don't you turn around and give a big shout out to Jessica, who missed her award. And they're saying, smile at that camera. "10 countries, 30 people, and all of you. The conference will conclude at 11:30 today, but as the Surgeon General empowered everyone yesterday, your jobs continue. So even if you share a quote, a funny picture, and you reference the conference, all of this material will be soon available, the presentations by video, but most importantly, the message is simple. We don't have a ban. And asbestos is a carcinogen, and for us in the U.S., you know, we want it now. We want to ban asbestos and stop the imports. But in this room alone, 10 countries. Pretty amazing. Jordan, thank you for your wonderful performance last night. Put your hands together, clap. I've always used the expression, you're a rock star, but you are a rock star and also a dear friend. And thank you. It was terrific last night. Sue Vento cannot be here, but again, Dr. Lemon is going to set up her interview, and we do have the ever bold bride, funny Heather von St. James. Good news for you, we're not reading this list because they're in your conference program, but take a look, over 30 speakers and people that made this possible with our volunteer committee. So we thank, a round of applause to all of our speakers. Sadly, it does take money. It takes a village, like the Surgeon General said, but it also takes funds to fund the village. And these 4 firms and individual donors have stepped up to make this conference and all of our work in 2014 possible. So I'd like to just read their names off. Motley Rice, the Simmons Law Firm, and Simon Greenstone, Panettiere, and Bartlett are our platinum sponsors, and we say thank you. Yep, clap. Big. And we respect also our silver sponsor and want to thank the Early, Lucarelli, Sweeney, and Mission Cothan. And that's a terrible last name, Chris. I'm sorry. Their law firm is, it's a terrible name for me to pronounce, not that his name is terrible. Annette, please pronounce Chris's last name again. Where are you? Meisenkothen. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a silver sponsor, Annette. We had many events provided by our platinum sponsors, our Friday night dinner, our conference luncheon, and again, this Unity brunch. So when you see those names of all of our sponsors, remember a thank you is worth $1 million. We had some amazing individuals during the course of this year step up to the plate to help us as well. And Heather and Jill are in the audience now. There are others who have donated or are not here, but Emily Bankhead's large generous contribution allowed us to do the monument tour. We credit her for that, but you effectively are helping us to videotape and edit all of these PowerPoints if you want to think about it in the sense of what did you do with your money, and also scholarship many people into this conference. On your table is a book. We printed this last year. We pulled out about 75 stories from our Share Your Story platform. It is not a complete collection. We have many others, but it gives you an idea of those people who have indeed shared your story, and you heard the Surgeon General talk about storytelling, and how they're written. Sometimes people write them after their loved one has passed away. Sometimes the patient writes their own. But if you haven't done it, if you haven't shared your story, I'm going to ask that this next week you write them, and then you share them. You need to let us take your story, please, to Washington. The legislation is going to move very fast with the pending November election. Congress is gearing up to pass some horrific bills. If we lose the Senate, it will happen. We are a force to be reckoned with. We've said that during the weekend. We need your stories and we need your help. I'm going to write a blog at the end of the week of different actions that you can help us with. Schmidt-Heine at Yale, the Declaration, civil rights. Many of you have petitions in your own country. So we're going to become more solid with how we're doing monthly action alerts so we can help our colleagues around the world. Two people that have really been jumping around, that would be Ellen and Tony. We want to stand up, please. We would like to say thank you. We have a committee to thank, and there's terrific people. So if you are on this committee, I ask that you stand up, please. You know who you are. Yes, Courtney and Jasmine and Marilyn. Pop up band, please. Tony Jordan. Herman's not here. Tracy Miller did the flowers. Ellen's at her table. Sue Ann Taylor, of course. Kim had pink eye. She had to leave this morning. But, I mean, we had a great committee to put this together. Stand up and round out, shout out for our committee. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn the rest of the brunch program over to Dr. Richard Lemon. And then, before you run out, do us a favor. We definitely want photographs. And Fernanda, Barry, and I will be up here with our Ethernet flag demanding justice, and we're going to show our solidarity in a photograph and send it to our Italian colleagues. So don't race out.